Exactly 5 years ago, Godzilla and Kong clashed in an epic battle. After defeating the Kong, Godzilla disappears in deep water. No one has seen Godzilla after that. But now, 5 years later, we see Green Island, the home of Kong. As Kong comes into view, it becomes clear that he has grown in size since we last saw him. When Kong awakens from sleep, he has fun in the water. We see a little girl there. Kong liked that girl. They were great buddies. Kong never argued with her and accepted everything she said. But this girl can't speak or hear. We see that Kong is aggressive. He was incredibly offensive. He grabs a tree and throws it up into the sky. It breaks the energy wall. We learn that Kong was imprisoned in town to prevent Godzilla from visiting. As these titans can defeat each other, they may fight again. As Kong enlarged in size, it was decided to shift him anywhere else. Then we see a boy who worked for a company. He was a hacker. The company in which he worked made very modern stuff as machines, robots, and authored gadgets. But that hacker doubts his company. The company is designing a thing that should not be made. Therefore, he hacks all the data of the company. He gets to know that this company is shifting a huge object to Hong Kong. But suddenly the alarm starts ringing there. It was an alarm that Godzilla was coming. In a short time, Godzilla comes out of the sea. As he comes out, he starts destroying everything. No one could figure out why Godzilla killing everybody. Because he is a life-savior titan. Here it is disclosed about Godzilla's nuclear power. With his immense power, Godzilla unleashed destruction upon the entire company. The news that Godzilla had arrived spread throughout the entire world. But he isn't like before. He is killing everyone. In the past, he saved people. And now he is killing everyone with aggression. Here we find that owner of the company is working on a project. They would make a device that is compatible with Godzilla. The scene shifts and we see a girl named Madison watching the news. That Godzilla is killing everyone. She doesn't believe it because she knows him very well. She considers this news a rumor. She contended that Godzilla couldn't hurt anyone because he helps and saves people. Madison goes to his father and makes him understand that he can't do anything like this. Something is not good with him. Madison's father explains to her that these creatures and titans are just like humans. They can change moods as well. Like Godzilla has changed and he is killing humans. Madison does not like that, so he leaves. That hacker uploads an online video about Godzilla. Madison decides that she will go and meet that hacker. She wants to look into the matter and ask why Godzilla has become aggressive. Why did he destroy that company? Later, the company's owner meets a senior doctor named Nathan. Dr. Nathan was a scientist. The company's owner tells him that your concept of the hollow earth is true. This was the place where titans were born. Dr. Nathan published a book about another earth, called Hollow Earth, which exists beneath the earth. It is hidden and no one can see it. It is a source of energy for the titans. There, the owner of the company introduced another man to Dr. He informs Dr. Nathan that we have discovered an energy source within the hollow earth. We don't know where it exists. It is beneath our ground, as we take energy from the sun. These titans take energy from the hollow earth. If they succeed in finding the energy, they will be able to compete with Godzilla. Dr. Nathan asks, but how we are supposed to go there? Because my brother attempted a journey to the hollow earth a few years ago, but unfortunately, he didn't make it and passed away. It is said that gravity is absent within the hollow earth, causing everything to float in the air. Dr. Nathan was reassured by the company owner, who informed him that they had developed an anti-gravity car. We'll go to the hollow earth with its help. The company's owner tells him that every titan has the ability to find his own home. Therefore, we should seek help from Kong. After that, Dr. Nathan meets his doctor friend. This female doctor took care of Kong. He tries to explain to her that we should send Kong to his house. His home is hollow earth and we can't keep him there for long. If he gets out of there, Godzilla will attack him. Kong is only safe on hollow earth. After some discussion, The female doctor agrees. Because they didn't have any other choice, then they take Kong with their army to the Hollow Earth. Kong was chained. Kong's friend, that little girl, talks to Kong in sign language. She said Kong is enraged because he is chained. The leader of the army says to the female doctor that we would not pass from Godzilla's way. We'll use another way so that Godzilla does not get wind of it. That female doctor says, yes, we should do exactly like this. Godzilla and Kong are old rivals because both of them consider themselves king of the monsters. If they encounter each other, they will wreak havoc. Then the scene moves and we see that Madison goes to meet that hacker with her friend. That hacker tells them that the company is doing a huge thing. That thing will be shifted to Hong Kong. Once it's made, Godzilla didn't like this, therefore he destroyed the company. After that, we see that an alarm begins to sound inside the ship where Kong is located. That little girl has just informed that female doctor that Godzilla is on his way. Dr. Nathan says that as Godzilla is coming outside, we should free and unkind Kong as well, so that he competes with Godzilla and saves us. Finally, Godzilla comes outside. He was moving forward to them by destroying a ship. When Kong gets to know that Godzilla is coming, he starts shouting, but he was bound. Forces launch rockets and missiles at Godzilla, but it doesn't harm Godzilla. Godzilla destroys their planes. Now Godzilla was moving towards Kong's ship. Godzilla destroys all of their ships. At the end, Godzilla flips over their ship as well. Due to this, Kong and many people started getting sunk in the sea. Then they untie Kong's chains. So Kong fights with Godzilla and saves them. Then Godzilla and Kong get into a huge fight. Kong throws Godzilla deep into the sea. Then he straightens the slanted ship, allowing people to be saved. Godzilla gets up once again and he goes to the same ship where that girl was. Kong jumps from one ship to another and reaches the ship where Godzilla is coming. Kong punches Godzilla hard. Godzilla also punches him back. Kong falls. Kong rises once more and attacks Godzilla, who is thrown into the sea. It makes Godzilla angry. He uses its nuclear powers. Seeing it, Kong jumps into the water to save his life. The light of the nuclear power of Godzilla spreads all around and everyone gets astonished to see it. Here we get to know about the power of Godzilla. They start fighting in the sea. Godzilla could breathe in the water, but Kong, who was like humans, couldn't breathe in the water. Therefore, Kong seemed to be defeated. Godzilla was taking Kong into the depths of the sea to kill him. That female doctor says that we should help Kong, otherwise Godzilla will kill him. They blast many missiles in the sea. So, Kong comes outside to save his life. Dr. Nathan orders to turn everything off. Turn off all the machines and engines, so that Godzilla thinks that we are dead and defeated. Then they turn everything off. Godzilla looks at Kong angrily and then leaves. The female doctor says that if we move forward, Godzilla will acknowledge that we are alive and he will attack us. But how can we move forward and how will we take Kong? Dr. Nathan says that we will take him by flying him up on the other side. We see Madison enter that company with her friends. She wanted to check what this company was making, upon which Godzilla felt aggressive and attacked. There they find huge eggs of an animal. As they find the eggs, their door gets locked. The place where they were locked was a machine. It was taking them to Hong Kong along with the eggs. The army manages to successfully transport him to the entrance of the Hollow Earth. They ask Kong to enter and explore the mysterious underground world. However, Kong refuses to go. They decide that they will ask the girl to compel him so that he goes there. Because he didn't refuse that girl, Kong would be made aware that your family and many other creatures are present. Kong agrees to go to that cave. Kong goes to that Hollow Earth cave. They follow Kong in their anti-gravity car. It was a unique world. They had anti-gravity cars, so their life was saved. Many different monsters were there in the Hollow Earth. Then a flying monster attacks their anti-gravity car. It was about to attack that girl, but Kong kills him. He detaches her head. After that, Kong moves forward and everyone follows him. There was no gravity on the hollow earth, therefore everything was flying in the air. Madison and her friends reach Hong Kong. They get to know about secret weapons there. This company has made another Godzilla to kill Godzilla. Its name was Mechagodzilla. Its controller was the person who the company's owner introduced to Dr. Nathan. To check Mechagodzilla's powers, the Skullcrawler is left there. Mechagodzilla kills the Skullcrawler using his powers. Here the issue is formed that they needed more power to run Mechagodzilla. That power was only in the hollow earth. This was the reason. The company's owner was searching for an energy source, so that he could give life to Mechagodzilla again. Later, we see that Mechagodzilla is activated. As Mechagodzilla becomes active, Godzilla feels it. He starts moving to Hong Kong where Mechagodzilla was. Then the scene shifts to Hollow Earth. It was very beautiful. Hollow Earth had an energy source in its mountain. Kong moves there and opens its door and he growls. Kong finds a weapon axe made from Godzilla's body there. He sits at a place with this axe like a king. Godzilla reached Hong Kong and now he was moving to Mechagodzilla. Everyone starts running to save his life. Kong finds the energy source there and he finds out that it can charge this axe too, because his axe worked when it is fully charged and became more powerful. Godzilla gets to know that someone has come into Hollow Earth, so he throws his nuclear power on the ground. That nuclear power pierces the ground and reaches Kong. Here a girl plays a trick on them. She sends a sample of this energy to the company so that they activate the Mechagodzilla. The female doctor forbade her to do this, but she doesn't listen to her. When she realizes Godzilla is on his way, she begins to flee. But then Kong destroys her car. Kong gets ready to fight Godzilla holding his axe. Godzilla gave Kong a sign of war using nuclear powers. Kong comes to Hong Kong and he attacks Godzilla with his axe and gets stuck in the building. Availing of the chance, Godzilla drops down Kong and they fight a lot. Godzilla tries to kill Kong many times using his nuclear powers. But Kong fights with bravery and survives every time. Then Kong attacks Godzilla with his axe and he gets injured. Godzilla becomes aggressive and hurls Kong aside with the use of his nuclear abilities. But Kong stops that power using his axe. They get into a huge fight for a long time. As Godzilla was very powerful, it seemed that Kong would get defeated. Godzilla injures Kong and throws him there. He starts growling by putting his feet on his chest. Seeing it, Kong also growls and Godzilla leaves Kong there. The owner of the company discovers the energy source that will allow him to activate Mechagodzilla. Here we get to know that Mechagodzilla is huge and more powerful than Godzilla. But here Mechagodzilla controls everything. He kills the company's owner. Then Mechagodzilla comes outside breaking the wall. When Godzilla sees Mechagodzilla, he moves forward to kill him. They fight a lot. As Mechagodzilla was so powerful, Godzilla looked defeat. Mechagodzilla hits Godzilla many times and almost finish it. Madison and that hacker try to turn off the power of Mechagodzilla, but all the machines there were locked. While Kong's condition also much worse now. He was about to die when that girl listens to Kong's heartbeat. She says that it is going to end soon. Dr. Nathan says that we will have to give Kong an electric shock to save his life. They give him shock using that anti-gravity car. Kong shook and he was now alive and conscious. That girl tells Kong that Godzilla is not our rival, but our friend. So go help her. Kong goes there to save Godzilla. Mechagodzilla is about to kill Godzilla when Kong arrives there. Kong saves him. Godzilla understands that Kong and he should fight with him together. Mechagodzilla was so powerful that it hung heavy on both of them. Kong finds his axe, but unfortunately, it is not charged. Still, Kong uses this axe and attacks Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla is about to kill Kong. Madison and that hacker were unable to deactivate the machine, so they put water on it. Mechagodzilla is turned off for a while. Now Godzilla has time to charge Kong's axe by using his nuclear powers. Kong was powerful now, so he destroyed Mechagodzilla. He cracks his feet and hands and separates every part of his body. Eventually, he detaches his head as well, as Mechagodzilla was dead now. Everything got back to its normal, but then Godzilla stands up once again. Kong takes out his axe and gets ready to fight with Godzilla. They don't fight because they helped each other. And Godzilla returns to the sea from which he came. Kong entered the hollow earth forever. Kong brought that little girl with him. It is the happy ending of this movie. If you like the explanation, then motivate us by subscribing our channel.